What's up, guys? It's your boy Tyson back with another update for the Pink Boys Crypto Corner. Um, yeah, this week's a big fucking victory lap for the calls that we made last week. If you remember, last week we called Injective, RSR, and yeah. So Injective, it popped the fuck off. I called it around here, and it pumped all the way up to 457. Sheesh. And it did like 35%. It's crazy because the entire week I was looking at my list, sorting by like biggest percent changed, and I I would constantly see Injective and RSR at the top two list over here. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys made some money on that. I am not in this trade anymore. If you guys do follow my Twitter, I did post this tweet where I said I think the top is in for Bitcoin, and when I tweeted that, I got out of all my altcoin positions. Um, yeah, and that was a pretty good maneuver. So I think I netted about 25%, which is not bad, pretty good. But yeah, if RSR breaks up again, which the daily doesn't look that good, to be honest, and honestly the weekly looks really fucking bad. But I might be open to some short term play because it's bottoming out now. If it breaks above four, maybe I'll play to like 450 or something like that. Just really short term stuff. But now the overall sentiment is pretty bearish. I think if we look at how the market is now, especially on the weekly, it looks really topped out, and so we have to start thinking, what do we want to do with an asset like this one long term? I think Injective is a strong, solid project that's going to do well next cycle. It's not going to be the next Solana or whatever, but I can definitely see it going back to all time high at the very least. Um, but yeah, it spent a lot of time in this 2.3 to 1.7 range, and it had a few minor deviations back into this second range here. So if by any chance if the entire market dumps and Injective reaches 2.3 uh, to 1.9 ish, I'm gonna start scaling in around there because I think it's gonna be a good buy, good long term value bet, that area. Next up we have RSR, which I think actually did better than Injective. It's crazy, like it pumped so hard. um, yeah, let me see. Last time I was talking about it, it wasn't even four yet. It was like below four. Yeah, so around here, and then it did nearly 45%. Sheesh. But yeah, I scaled out of this one as soon as I tweeted that as well. Let's see where it netted us. Yep, got a good 35% from that as well. And RSR, it actually did surprise me with how it acted. It did look pretty strong, which makes me think that there's uh there's some really good market sentiment for this coin. Obviously not in the short term future because the daily looks really fucking topped out, as does um, the weekly, which looks even more topped out. Sheesh. But I think going into the next cycle, it should do pretty well. I don't think it did like that good last cycle. Oof, actually, yeah, it did pretty good. But yeah, maybe it'll do it'll do pretty good again. It, you know, it's like the old saying, you want to buy into strength, right? So any asset that like performs really strongly during a dump is likely to perform well next time the market pumps, and vice versa. If you have a shit coin that's like doing nothing even when everything's pumping, you know that's going to be a good short when the market starts dumping again, because it's going to dump even harder than everything else. Um, but yeah, a good 35% profit on RSR, and I think a good level to keep an eye for would be mid range for RSR. So if it gets down to if it gets down, sorry, not mid range. What am I talking? The bottom of the range. So if it gets down to back below 4, eventually, if it does that, I'm gonna start buying some as well. And from from the high threes to the low threes, I think that's a really good value zone uh, in here. You can probably you can probably buy this and hold it for your long term value bets. Bitcoin, let's see. Yep. So Bitcoin did pretty well. It was bullish, like I hoped. And now it looks like shit. Yeah. So weekly, daily topped out. It broke past this range one support, 24.3, and now it's probably going to make its way down to the mid range at least. I think the most logical place for it to go and touch would be this area here, because this is the range that caused the nuke uh, down here. So it makes sense that it would revisit and test it as support, um, which ends up being about 21.5 ish. Could possibly go down here, um, at which point the daily should reset, maybe bullish, flips bullish around there, pumps up for a lower high, and then breaks down, completing the bearish cycle for Bitcoin. Do I think that the bottom is in? It possibly is in, but I don't think that means that it's not going to reach 17K again, which I think it's still an excellent like long term value bet. Um, and I'll leave you guys with something really fucking funny. So last time we talked about Chainlink and its ability to act as an exit signal for the market, and it turned out to be true yet again, right? So as Chainlink was pumping, um, and broke past this resistance, um, this was like the literal fucking top for the entire market. So it might be like a meme, but it's actually got some truth to it. If you're long on something and you see that Chainlink's pumping at the same time, that probably means like the cycle is about to end, and you should take some precautions. You know. Eventually, I do think Chainlink will do well though. When it breaks this diagonal, or when it eventually breaks out of this band here. I think it'll do pretty well. I don't see why it couldn't. I'm not sure about all time high, but I'm not sure why it couldn't reach $20 again for the next cycle. At least, at the very least, it's gonna reach $10. Yeah, at least 20. There's no way. But yeah, that's all for now. In summary, you can. I'm looking to, if it go if things line up and it starts closing back above over support, I think it's safe for some short-term scalp longs, but overall, I think the market direction is bearish, and if you want to chill and wait for the future, that's fine. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't think about getting into any long-term long positions here. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys next week.